Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where you hang out with me in here at 8 a.m. Central and follow me on my sewing journey. And I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Hello, hello. I missed you guys. I was not here. Today's a Wednesday, 2025 in December. And what day is it? Oh, it's December 3rd. And I had jury duty on Monday, so I had to do my civic duty. And then yesterday morning, I had a doctor's appointment, so I could not be here. Yes, thumbs up. Yay, there I am. Yay, Sandy, there I am. I missed you guys a lot. I really did. And when I don't have you with me, I don't get as much done in my sewing room for sure. I did get a little bit of stitching done yesterday. Well, about an hour's worth. So that made up for a couple of days. But my goodness, I missed you too, Melissa Hutchins. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be a short day. We're going to finish up at 8:45 tomorrow morning because I have another appointment I have to get to. You know, it's the end of the year where you need to get all that in before your deductible ends, that kind of thing. So awesome. Awesome. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. I hope your shows have been going really good. Okay, let's do the girls and get them out from my cords. Let me turn this around and point this downward. My camera, y'all, is crooked and it's driving me crazy. Let me see if I switch cameras on. We can see the dogs. No, we can't. So kind of, sort of, not. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you, girls? I'm going to trip on these cords, y'all. It's terrible. Let's get you back here. Where's your bucket? Let's get you back here where you can be seen. There we go. There we go. Yeah. You guys ready for your biscuits? Good girls. Good girls. They're doing so well. Dottie is just so well trained. Yes, or maybe Mama's well trained, right? Maybe that's it. You guys want to go brush your teeth? Let me get your sticks. So they have a triple twist rawhide chewy. Come on, you ready to go? Let's go out. Let's go out. Good girls. Oh, jumping over that. Good girls. Here you go. One for you, one for you. Bye-bye. All right. Ooh, okay. Y'all wouldn't believe what happened. When right before, I was just a minute or so late coming on, y'all. You wouldn't believe what happened. I went to go turn on my light. Up here, I have a big box light. Well, my box light decided to go that way and took this camera with it down. I was like, oh no, oh my gosh. That was crazy. Just a little excitement first thing in the morning, right? You guys got your coffee? We have a virtual kitchen, just like any stitching retreat. And I think Scotty Dog is in there and she has got breakfast going. So wander over, hit the thumbs up button. It's pretend, it's virtual. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. I know, Star. Plow. Whoops. Oh, the height of technical difficulties. My life, you guys. Hey, today I'm wearing a long sleeve Mary Quiltmas. Isn't this cute? This is from Bee Inspired Tees. Y'all, she has a whole new line of V-necks. So this, I got this shirt about 25 pounds ago. So it's fitting me like a tent, but it's really comfortable. But I don't have hardly any long sleeves. You folks up in the Midwest, wow, the snow, my goodness. Vicki says she love that shirt. I love it too. It's really roomy and comfy and puts me in the mood for Christmas stitching, right? Just absolutely. I love the pink in there, different shades, pink and white. Love it, love it. So if you guys want to get one before your guild meetings in December, now's the time, right? High today is 32. Oh my goodness. You got 10 inches, Bernadette. Yeah, that's just too much. I watched this young man, Cole the Corn Star. Why? I have no idea, but he's just entertaining. He was shoveling snow. He's in Southeast Iowa. And so anyway, yeah, everybody's saying too much snow. Right now it's 46. We'll get to a high of 64 thereabouts. So okay. Yeah, lots and lots of snow. You guys are snowed in. I'm sorry I wasn't here to keep you company. Although I did put out a members only video Day before yesterday? Yeah, I did that. Check out my new Christmas mug. Isn't this cute? This is Power Tools with Thread. Go sew something. It's me. It doesn't have to be me. If you just like to sew, you can play with your power tool with thread too. But this is just precious. Look at the snowflakes on it. I'm going to give one away. There is another, there's another colorway with the red. I'm going to give away this red right here. And the hashtag is Merry Mug if you would like to have it. Merry Mug. US shipping only, please. And I have a link to these. There's several different colorways below. And let's see. I want to make sure it's working. Let me, y'all do a hashtag. There we go. 3 entries. Okay. There, it's picking up. Awesome. I thought since it's Christmas, we'd do an impromptu giveaway, right? We got Christmas coming. Hashtag Merry Mug. I love this. This is adorable. So this is the green and the red, kind of iridescent. Very cute. Very cute. And then I have, this one is the white and the green and white. Very cute. So he's got like, this is from Liberty Laser, and he's got like 3 different colors and whatnot. So I really like it. Doesn't dribble down my chin. That's always a good thing, right? Okay, I want to get to stitching Prim. Let me show you what we're going to do today. So Prim is an embroidery quilt. It was originally designed by Lori Holt as a quilt, like a non-embroidery, just a regular quilt, applique. And Riley Blake put it out as an embroidery design. And a lot of you are following along with me on this. We got our kits from Two Chicks Quilting. I think they have a few left. Today, we are doing block number 3 right here, which is this angel block. So it only has 2 pieces of applique in it. It has the her little dress and the flower pot, whatever that is. Right. So, okay. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And today I have it all together. I've got it together today, believe it or not. So the fabrics are ready. What I'm going to do is once again show you how I am going to hoop the stabilizer. I've already got my threads chosen. The machine is loaded. I'm working on the multi-needle because after those 2 pieces of applique, I'm just going to let it do its thing and it'll finish up while you and I talk about other goodies over here on the table. So that'll be cool. Yeah, you're proud of me that I have it together, Tammy? So was I. Last night when I was putting together the stream for this morning and making the thumbnail and all that, I was like, you know, I really need to get it. Oh, another thing I really, today, that did start the day right. I love it when I get it together at night before I go to bed and I set my coffee to be ready at 6:30 when I get up. Isn't that nice? Oh, it was so nice. I'd forgotten all about it. And I woke up and there it was, hot in the kitchen. And I said, yay, praise Jesus. That's always a nice thing. Okay, so US shipping only on that. So Juju has a daily freebie. So I'm glad you brought that up. Where did you go? Man, you just flew by. Okay, Betty, Boopette. That daily freebie for the 12 days of Christmas. She also has, Juju also has a monthly stitch along that they're going to be doing where you can make, how does it go? So it's like little tiles that you'll put together to make a little mini quilt. And of course, the first one has snowmen and that kind of thing. But in order, and it's supposed to fit onto a little house block. The house block is a bonus if you spend X amount of dollars on it. So I did purchase that last night. So I'm going to be making that probably with y'all. I gotta work. Bonnie needs to work it into my calendar, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and get some stabilizer working for Prim. All right. Yeah. If you took the time to go hashtag Merry Mug, take the time to hit that thumb up and the like. Thank you. Oh, Vicky, thank you for joining our channel. Thank you for joining the members only. You just bought a mug? Good. Oh, good. Shelly says that she has one of the originals and she loves it. Yeah, thank you. I do too. I think they're great. All right, I'm going to switch cameras and hopefully I don't pull everything down. I'm going to point this down to the table so you guys can see what I'm doing over here. All right. Goodness sakes. Mercy. Trying to sign into Juju for the daily freebie. What did they have yesterday? You know, another thing too about Juju, she has got monthly freebies on her Embroidery Blessings group. There's another Facebook, that's on Facebook. There's another Facebook group out there that is like fans of Juju, and it's got a whole bunch. She doesn't manage that. She doesn't have anything to do with that I'm aware of. And there's no freebies on that one. Okay. So it's just her Designs by Juju Embroidery Blessings group. That is her group that she manages. I love Juju stuff too. I know. Diane says, I love Cole the Corn Star. He's 26 now or 27. I've been watching that boy since he was 19. He's a little OCD for me, but he's successful. So there you go. Oh, let's change our cameras. Okay. So I have my Juju Plus. This is from Designs by Juju Plus. This is her Tear Away. Tear Easy. Okay. I've got that. Thank you, Kay Platter, for your super sticker. That's very thoughtful, darling. You're so sweet. Thank you. Help me get more design stuff, and I can do them with you guys, right? Okay. So I was taking this out the other day, and I tore it. So this is all done. I got two blocks out of this. Now, this particular block with the angel, let me get my sew tights off here. Y'all, these are awesome. So these are the standard original sew tights. This is a sew tights cutting mat too. So everything's wanting to stick to it, which is fine. Everything's not going anywhere. So don't throw this away without taking your magnets off the back. Okay. That's not good. So let me get these off. So what I do is I use a larger hoop than needed. So I'm making this 6x10. Okay. And then I'm using my 8x12 hoop. Let me get these backings off. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this again. I was trying to take it apart to embroider an apron for my neighbor. I have an old KIMBERBELL Bella box from 2020. And let me bring this away. Have I shown the new technique that I recently learned using embroidery that I was excited to show? We don't know what it was. And you said you would make a video of it. I did. It's in my members only video. Yeah, I did. I want to turn my head here so I can see what you guys are talking about. I don't have my trash can down there. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, the way I do snap applique is a little bit different now than what it was when I was doing Happy Halloween. All righty. So let's take this. Keep this out so you don't pinch your fingers. Oh my goodness, I didn't put a rotary cutter over here. I can use scissors. That's okay. Let's see here. So I'm just going to do this the way I normally would. I'm going to use 2 pieces of stabilizer on this one. That little angel looks like she has got her sleeves are pretty heavy, dense stitching. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of tearaway on it versus 1. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I've even learned new stuff about embroidery that I didn't know a long time ago. So, all right. So let's do this. Take this here, and then if I can pull this up off this mat because it's magnetic. Love it. Put that there. Put this here and just drop that down. This is going to prevent any of the pinched fingers. You can kind of feel it and make sure it's aligned pretty good, and then pull that out. Okay. So now I can put this away. And just to make my life so much easier, I'm going to use the dime hoop mat. It's just so handy. I used this too when I was hooping that apron. But I don't have it finished, so I'm not going to show it to you guys yet. All right, so I'm going to put this here, and I can see, let's see, the zero kind of top, bottom, left, right. It's an approximate. Perfect. All right. And I want to put another piece of stabilizer over it. I'll end up cutting them both away, which is okay. And then this is now the pattern tells you to cut 11 by 15 or something like that for the 6x10 hoop. That's just way too much fabric waste for me. So this block finishes at 6.5. So I cut mine to 8.5. That's plenty. Okay. And then I'm folding it in half and then evening up the edges and folding it in quarters. Okay. And then I'm just going to look at that dark line on my hoop mat and put this in here like this. Fold it down and get it straight. Fold it over and get it straight. Okay. So I've got to get these magnets backings, the magnet backings on to, let me see. I hope this will work with that So Tights magnet on there, mat, that magnetic cutting mat. It should. All right. So I want to put them to the side like this. So I'm just going to lay the backing down. That's right where I want it. There. How cool was that? Okay. I want to make sure this is well outside of that 6.5-inch square cutting area or stitching area. Sorry. Okay. Let me put another backing down. And this thing's wandering around because of the So Tights mat underneath. There we go. And there's another one. This is so much easier than floating with pins. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all got on the So Tights Black Friday stuff they were doing. Okay. Even if you just got one of these packages of So Tights, these are awesome. Just makes life so much easier. Put this here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is flip it over. And I can see the edge of the fabric. And I just want to get this right out to the edge and make sure it's out there. And then I'm going to tape it. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to leave these magnets on this base piece of stabilizer after cutting it out, cutting out the block, and use it again. And again and again. Okay, there we go. Good. This is great. So that's going to hold that down nice and snug, which is fine. And I'm ready to go to the machine. Okay. All righty. I'm going to turn you around here. If I can do it without causing any kind of drama. All right. Now the two fabrics that they say to use in the pattern are this one, and this is in the kit from Two Chicks Quilting, and this one. I just happen to have this particular fabric, okay? But the fabric that came in the kit is this blue one here, and it's really fine, okay? The thread that is on the back of the machine actually goes better with this one, so I'm going to use just like it said in the kit, okay? Which is fine. It's no big deal. Now, I'm not pre-cutting these because there's only two pieces of fabric in the applique, and I can live with cutting those out, and they're really pretty basic. Also, I need to put a drop of oil under here. I got a pretty good size bobbin in there. This is the Filtech Magnetic, and I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, a dog is trying to get into my sewing room. Y'all, I cleaned out my floor vacuums yesterday. Oh my word. I need to do it more often because, okay, I'm going to tap here and go to my oil thing. The hook moves, gets it all lubed up, tell it okay. That's probably backwards, but it's fine. From the way you're supposed to do it. And I'm going to get any excess oil off with my little piece of batting there and pop this in. Everybody's happy. Awesome. All right. So there are a total of 12 colors in this design, and I have 10 of them on the back. And then I decided, dog glitter, is that what you call it, Dave? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. These are, as I pulled my threads, these are those trays from Laser Bee Studios. So as I did this, okay, when I got to spool number 10, I need to switch out 2 spools, and it's going to be 9 and 10 on the back because they're easiest to get to. So on this one, I just wrote under here, this one goes on spool 10 and this one goes on spool 9. That just is as a reminder to me what to do. Did you see that? These are whiteboard. You can write on them. Very handy. I found the other one too. Y'all, my room is finally to where I want it after my dream box. I gave away, I decluttered so much fabric, it kind of echoes in here a little bit. Oh my gosh. So let's put these in. And nice and tight. There we go. All right. Let's get up to the screen and see what we're doing here. Okay. Okay. You tried the magnet idea, but the needle plate on the Solaris is large. Yes. Correct, Cindy. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You have to use a much larger hoop and a larger piece of fabric. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, y'all be sure to do hashtag Merry Mug so you can get yourself your own little Power Tools with Thread Christmas. These are lasered. Nice. They're not decals. US shipping only, please. The person who won the hot fix last Friday never reached out to me. So I'm going to go back on the video and see who that person was that was right before them and look at it and see who won. I have to figure that out. That's just too much for me to do right now. I've got too much in my life. Okay. I'm going to go to the USB and pull up the design, Prim. And it's the angel, and she's right here. Okay, and set. And edit end. Okay, and actually, I do want to rotate it because my brain likes that better. Tell it okay. And I need to set my thread colors. So there's the placement line for her dress. Let me get in here and show y'all. Let's see. So we have the design itself, okay? And these are all the color stops. And then these right here correspond to the needles on the back of the machine. There's a preview of what's going to stitch. We have 19 color stops. The hand says stop. This is a do not stitch and okay. So stitch number 1 is color 1 because I have white on the back of the machine there. After that stitches, I want it to stop so that I can put the fabric down. Now, on these machines, you want to put the hand before the next stitch, not after the last stitch. It's weird the way it does it, but so you would think you would do stitch, then stop, but you don't. It's actually stop and then stitch. So put the hand before, right here. That's weird. Anyway, they need to change that around. But so I want it to stop so I can put the fabric down. It's also going to stitch color number 1. Okay, so it's in white. And then before it stitches the placement line for the plant pot, I want it to stop so that I can trim away the fabric of her little dress. Now, this needs to be in blue, which is spool number 2. And then before it stitches, stop, spool number 2. And then before it stitches these little flowers, I need it to stop so I can trim away the pot fabric. And those flowers are going to be spool number 3. That's all the applique. Once that gets done, then we can talk about other things. Okay, good. Is Shelly Messer was the runner-up last Friday? Thank you, Dave. You're hired. Well done. So Shelly's in here. I just put her comment on the screen. Shelly, shoot me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, if I'm believing Dave to be correct, which I should. Then, yeah, let me know where you want me to send that. Congratulations. Runner-up wins. Yay. All right. So I'm going to go on through here. I'm looking at this preview, and I'm just going to do all the stitches next. Okay. 6 is spool number 4. Color stop 6. Color stop 7 is spool number 5, which is that cream. Color stop 8 is spool number 6. Those are her sleeves. Everything's in order. Is that right? No, I hit 6. It should have been 4. Then 5, then 6. This should be 7. Nope, it's not. The stitch on her dress is number 1. There we go. And then her face is spool number 5. Okay, there we go. And her sleeve is spool number 6. I should have the, this is 7. Should have the instructions up on the TV screen, but I don't. Those little cherries she's carrying are spool number 8. And then the center flowers are spool number 9. And the outside of that square is spool number 7. The outside of that star. Yeah. Oh, no. That's spool number 10. Is that correct? Yeah. And 10 again. Is that? No, that's not correct. So right here, yes, this is going to be 10. I want this to stop before it stitches that because I have to switch out the thread colors. I got to put that warm gray number 6 in. Okay. And then the next one, that is going to be spool number 9 because I'm changing both of them. And then there's the outside of the pot, that's spool number 2. And then this one is the crosshair for trimming. I'm going to make that spool number 7, that dark brown. Let me make sure. Did you guys see that? Did I get that right? I think I did. Okay. All righty. I'll run through this quick. 4. Yep. 5. Yep. 6 sleeves. Yep. 7 is spool 1, which is the white. Okay. Face is 5. Sleeve is 6. Yes. Yep. Correct. Okay, I'm happy with it. I'm going to go to embroidery. Let's do a trace. We're looking at that first. Love it. Okay, we're ready to go. Let me back up a little bit here. You guys can see the machine doing its thing. Okay. And the first thing is her dress. Now, again, I said I didn't pre-cut these. Let me get my scissors here. So I just am taking an edge of the fabric and laying it over the placement line. Okay, I'm just going to put that on there. Oh, you know what? There's a big fold. I don't want to. Let me put this right here. Do it on this one. So somebody told me or wrote to me and said they're in a quilt desert in Australia and they want to make this and they found a fat eighth bundle, and is it enough? It can be if you do your fabric like this. I'm minimizing the use of my fabric. Where you're going to run into some trouble is on the outside, their Quilt As You Go boxes. And you know what? I'm going to do one of those tomorrow so we can start making those as we're doing this. You may have to just use whatever fabric you have. Okay. Now, when you're cutting, if you're right-handed using these scissors, you want to cut clockwise so that the lower scissor blade is closest to the stitching. If you're left-handed and using left-handed scissors, you're going to cut counterclockwise. That will give you a nice clean trim. And when you're doing these, try to make big, long cuts if you can, okay? If you do a bunch of little, tiny little cuts, you'll get lots of threads that you don't want. And then you get pokies outside of your stitches, and that's not cool. Okay. That's good. And now here's the placement line for the flower pot. And y'all, this is the exact same process you're going to use on a single needle. Now I'm going to make this, make sure this is kind of a pattern with lines, right? So I'm going to try to get it as level as possible on there so that my lines aren't crooked, because that'll make me nuts. Let me put that. Whoop. Straight. Stitch it straight. Pretty good. Goes around twice for the tack down. All right, here's the last bit of any help from me at all. And now the rest of it is just going to do its thing, and we can talk about other stuff. And we'll pop in on this every so often and take a look and make sure everything's cool. That's what I love about the multi-needle. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. And I'll sometimes, you know, clean these up with a ruler, get them nice and pretty for the next use when I get done. Put that back in. All right, there we go. You know what? I got fuzzies on here that I don't like. Let me get those threads off because it's going to be stitching on those. Where's my little snips? Yeah, these fuzzies will definitely poke through the outer stitching line, and you don't want that. Okay. I did, we're going to have fun on Friday. We're giving away on Friday the $100 gift certificate from my girlfriend's quilt shop. This looks good. So be sure to be here on Friday, y'all. We're going to have a special guest too. Oh, pretty. Look how heavy that stitching is. No puckers. If you're stitching something this dense and you start to see puckers, stop stitching immediately because it's not going to get any better. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. That's just beautiful. Yeah, like I say, don't put your head in the sand and think it's going to get better because it's not. All right. Yeah, we have a special guest on Friday. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay. No puckers. 2 pieces of stabilizer on that block. I didn't need it on the first block. I just used 1, but 2 pieces on this one for sure. It's got a lot of dense stitching in it. None of your blocks have puckered? Good. Okay. So let's put this away. I got 954 on here. How nice is that? Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, and if you're watching on replay, thank you. Leave a comment below the video and let me know that you're part of my replay crew. I just love you guys. All right. So let's talk about stuff that came in the mail, shall we? Yes. Where did I put all the stuff that came in the mail? Here we go. We'll do this as sampler box like Friday. So I got some more patterns from Villa Rosa Designs. Y'all, I have so many of these things. I had to order another 3-ring binder and some more refills because I've got to expand my collection. So, all right. So let's talk about these, shall we? This is Warren Wood. Warren Wood. Look at that. That's a fairly intermediate pattern. It uses 10 fat quarters and half a yard for binding. So this is a beautiful quilt and something you could whip up pretty quick for Christmas if you need to knock one out. Warren Wood. Okay. Very nice. I like that. Marcusson. This will take some time. The main fabric is this is for, no, it won't take that much time. This is for jelly rolls. Look at that. A nice Irish chain. Did I use SF101 on the background fabric? Yes, Bobby, I did. I did follow the directions on that. They want you to put SF101 on the back. If you guys are making the larger quilt that's going to be snuggle quilt, you need to pre-shrink that SF101 by holding your iron over it with the steam and shrinking it down. Okay, you've got to do that because SF101 shrinks like nobody's business. Yeah. The finished size of this quilt is 60 by 70. And the finished size of this one is 45 by 59. If you've got 10 fat quarters in a bundle sitting around, you're looking at it, not knowing what to do, there's your pattern right there. You can knock that out pretty quick. Yep. Okay. Oh, here's a beginner quilt. It's called Limited. And it uses a layer cake. Here you go. If you have a layer cake sitting around, 10-inch squares. It uses 40 10-inch squares or 10 fat quarters. It finishes at 45 by 59. This is a good beginner quilt. Okay. I love it. This is also good if you've got some focus fabric. See that? It uses 10-inch squares. So if you have a layer cake and it's got pretty focus, like they'll always throw some focus prints in there. And by that, I mean like big flowers or, you know, if it's a juvenile quint, it'll be quilt. It will be ones that I've got this machine running over here. Oh my gosh. A Jiffy steamer. Yeah, that works well too. Yeah. So you can use those big pretty prints in those squares right there. This is a fantastic quilt. Okay. It's called Limited. Very beginner friendly. If you want to try one, you can knock this out before Christmas too. The next one is Tall Windmills. These are friendship stars in the quilt world. Very pretty. finishes at 48 by 60, and it uses yardage. Very cute. Okay. The next one is for a panel. This is called Nevermore. Okay. Whoop. Nevermore. This finishes at 47 by 66, and it uses a panel that's been trimmed to 23.5 by 42.5. Very nice. Very simple. This is a good one for beginners as well. And the next one is called Fungi. How cute is this? Family Fungi. This is a table runner, and it finishes at 17 by 45. Very cute. And it uses fat quarters. That's adorable. I know I got mushroom fans out there. Very cute. How are we doing? Oh, this is gorgeous. Very pretty. Very pretty. Looking good. That's looking beautiful. Oh, wrong way. Sorry. That is a cute table runner, isn't it? You can make it, use whatever fabric you have. That, hold on. There we go. Use whatever fabric you have on hand that matches either for a holiday or matches your table decor, your house. So nice. Okay. What size is the clear acrylic box on my wiring shelf behind me? I bought those at Walmart, and they are, well, I bought them at walmart.com. I don't know how big they are. When using dental floss to run through my thread guide, do I use 1 or 2 pieces of floss? And do you thread it like you're threading thread? I just use 1. Make sure your tension discs are open. Get it in there, right? Judy, you hit enter too soon. Okay. When will I work on Sweetheart Street bench pillow? Carol, as soon as I get the fabric. It's on the way. I got a shipping notice yesterday, I think. I think that's what it was. Someone asked how I attach the thread stand to my luminaire. It comes with it. It has magnets on the back. That tall thread stand on the back of the luminaire, there's magnets in there, and that is unique to the luminaire. Oh boy, you guys are loaded with questions today. If buying 1 magnetic hoop for the multi-needle, is the 5x7 the best for t-shirts, or go larger for other projects? Go larger. The hoop I use, you can always stitch smaller. Okay. You can always stitch smaller projects in a larger hoop. If you buy the 5x7, you're going to be really limited to what you can do. And if you're worried about puckering and whatnot on a t-shirt, then just use the 5x7 hoop that came with the machine. But if you're going to go to the expense of a magnetic, get the largest one. This is the 8x12. I use it all the time for just about everything. Okay. Is $6,500 a good price for a luminaire? Yes. Tell me where it is. Send me an email and I'll go buy it. That's a fantastic price for a luminaire. Okay. All right. There was another question here I saw. What's the Shape Flex used for? Shape Flex is an interfacing from Pellon, and you're putting it on the back of your background fabric. So this brown fabric right here has SF101, and SF stands for Shape Flex right here. And that is the reason, part of the reason, this is not puckering. Okay. The other reason is that I'm using 2 layers of stabilizer. I have one in the hoop and I'm floating another piece underneath. This is Designs by Juju's Tear Easy. Oh, that's pretty. All right. Oh, the 8x12 won't work for you because you're doing the 9x14. Yeah, you'll have to use the regular hoop then. I wish they made a 9x14 magnetic for this thing. I don't know why they don't. Charlene, I'm going to start the Elizabeth Hartman quilt as soon as it ships. It hasn't shipped yet. Nobody has the fabric. So I'm waiting on that to ship. They said it's going to, that fabric and kits and stuff are going to ship. I think she said April. Yeah. Oh, where I place the freestanding spool holder that's in my Amazon store. When you're using those freestanding thread trees, put them behind and to your right. Okay, so that it's behind the brain of the machine just a little bit. That's so that if that hoop is going up and it moves to the right, it's not going to smack into it, okay? There's a magnetic hoop from Dime that fits the big machine, that fits the Lynn, that fits that 10 needle. I thought I bought the biggest one. I have a 9x14 magnetic hoop from Dime for the single needle. All right. So in last month's sampler box, there was this pattern called Pie Safe, and it's supposed to be a runner, and I'm turning mine into a table topper. So I want to show you guys my progress on that. Got these blocks right here. I'm very happy with them. They turned out so pretty. So there is still a more to go. So there'll be this white strip. There'll be this white strip right here, okay? And then there are cornerstones right there in the middle. So I'll have cornerstones and sashing all around it, and then it'll be done. So this is that fabric that was designed by Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie, okay? This is funny. You checked on getting a 10 needle and the price was 13. That's a deal. You'd be paying for it from heaven. That's okay. That doesn't matter. When Keith and I started our RV journey back in 2006, we had joined a group of, it's called SMART, Special Military Active and Retired Travelers. So we joined that group, and it was so funny. These older people, you know, our age and older now, that was 20 years ago, were, they would get their Social Security, like at whatever it was, 65, 67, 70, whatever it was. And then they would go to Ancira RV over on the northwest side of San Antonio and go buy brand new motorhomes that are $200,000 back then, right? And they were like, it doesn't matter. The Social Security, we weren't using it we didn't have it anyway before then. So we're using the Social Security as the payment on a 30-year note to finance these motorhomes. And they're like, we're not going to live 30 years. We don't care. And Ancira knows that. The dealership knows that. They get these people financed. They buy these motorhomes and they just drive them on their Social Security. So funny. And that makes perfect financial sense, right? So KK's quilts. Oh, okay. All right. No selling on here, you guys. Can't do it. We don't allow that. All righty. So let's see what else we got going on here. Tiny needs a tiffin. You do. I always thought that. All righty. So the Kimberbell, My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, the Passport series, I wanted to show you guys how to find that, how to get into all that. So I made the little bow from cutting the felt last time. I showed you guys that on Friday. Well, I went Friday afternoon and I got my new email from them. And I wanted to show you, let me see. Let me share my screen. Let's see. You're going to get an email that looks like this. And I just did a search for the word passport and it came up. And it's Passport Series is what it says in all caps. Week 2 has arrived. Your coaster project awaits. And so you just scroll on down here. These are the little coasters you get to make. Okay. You're going to get all these design files. And what you do is you keep on going down. Every Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain, you're going to get new projects in your Girlfriend's Quilt Shop digital library. Okay, so click the button in blue below to stamp your passport. And when you do that, it'll jump you to, let me make sure you can see what I see. Yes. No, you can't. Okay, because my window switched. So hold on a second. Let me remove. And I want to stop sharing that and then share another one with you and show you how this goes. Okay. Then you're going to get this. You get 4 stamps. It'll get you to, once you click that button, it jumps you to a page on their Google Docs. Okay. You get the Passport Series. And then you have to put in an email. So you're going to put in your first and last name and week 1 passport. So you can click that one. That's for week 1. That was the wreath and the bow. And then week 2, click that and your passport is stamped. And then you click submit. Okay. So once you get that done, now you have registered. Now you've registered that week 1 and week 2, or however, I mean, even if you join in week 4 and you go and you can get, then you go to My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. You have to have created an account with them when you ordered the passport. Okay. And if you order the passport through my link, which is below in the description box, then you are eligible to win that $100 gift card from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. Okay. So you go through all that, and that's going to, once you do, you have all 4 weeks registered, then you're going to get another 8 designs for free. So that's very cool. It's a neat thing they're doing. And I talked to Chris, the owner of My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. That is Kim from KimberBell's twin sister. And I said, you need to do this seasonally or, you know, whatever. She said, yeah, they plan on doing it. So that's great. This is just an easy thing for you to be able to pull out that scan and cut and do things with it that you never would have done. And you're going to get easy baby steps to be able to do all of that. Okay. Let's stop sharing that. Good. Let's take a look at our angel and see how she's doing. Pretty, pretty. Very nice. Whoop, wrong way. Looking good. Very nice. Okay. So I did get some cork from Amazon. I have a link to these below in the description box. There was 16 of them. I'm no cork expert, not at all. Okay. So I'm going to make these, and it comes with this little holder, which is really nice. So this is an awesome gift, teacher, neighbor, whatever. So you can do the little Christmas designs that they have, the winter designs to put on here. And then if you can swing it, you know, knock out a monogram or something and put them on there. Give it a try. Okay. So I thought that these are the ones I got. I'm going to work on these today. Maybe. We'll see. So I've got a link to these right below in the description box. And then what else? When I was in Arizona teaching at Mull Queens, a lady, are we last call? Not quite. Yeah, hashtag Merry Mug if you want to win the red and green Power Tools with Thread Christmas mug, courtesy of Liberty Laser. Thank you so much, Liberty Laser, for providing that to me. Someone asked me on the design that we made in our Snapplique theory class if I had a sample of the finished product. And there I did not, but I do. I didn't bring it with me. This is what it looks like. This is what we made in the class at Mull Queens. Well, we didn't make it. Nobody got to stitching. Everybody's brains were leaking out of their ears by the time we got done. So this is what it would look like if you were able to do it. The class on Friday didn't get any stitching. The class on Saturday got to stitch their bow. We had one lady finish the bow, but this is what the design would look like if you went ahead and took all those files that you received in your email from Darren Mulqueen. That's what it looks like. Okay. You can just make a pillow out of it or whatever. The idea is not some fancy project. The idea is to learn the theory of snap-applique and how to make it work for you. I tell everybody right in the beginning of these classes, I'm not here to teach you how to embroider. You already know how to do that. We're here to learn how to do this. So, all right. Okay. What else did I have to show you guys? A new Hoop Studio package came in. Is this it? Nope, wrong one. If you are members of Hoop Studio, time to do the drawing. We'll cover that on Friday. How's that? Okay. What am I doing with the cork coaster, Charlotte? I'm doing the My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop Passport Scan and Cut project with them. All right, let's do the drawing. 613 entries. Fantastic. All right. And there we go. And let's do the drawing. All right. Who's it going to be? All right. Congratulations, Jane DeBus. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Send me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and let me know where you would like me to send this. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your mug. I love the name right before yours, Donna's Silly Sister. That's hilarious. That's great. All right. Very cool. So let's take one last look at our Prim block and see how she's doing. Oh, beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Very, very nice. All right, you guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I just love y'all, and I get so much done when we're together. I hope you get something done as well. So be sure to pop on Power Tools with Thread while you're doing your cutting or maybe tidying around your room. It's always great to have some stitchy talk in the background. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, it's a short day tomorrow. We're going to finish up about 8:45, so don't be late. We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.